Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be learning how to do the fuel pump replacement on this 2006 Pontiac Vibe. Now the Pontiac Vibe is essentially the same thing as the Toyota Matrix. Both use the same pump, but today I went Master Pro replacement because the OEM replacement ones, they don't make anymore. Let's get started, shall we? So the first step, remove this panel. We can unplug it. Two little clips here. Just like that. Clips are really easy to do. That's a little bit loose. No big deal. Now the reason we're doing this today is because right now we're getting a hard start situation when the engine is hot. I know that there's a PCM update and I know that the fuel pressure is good. So I'm just curious, since this wasn't a very expensive fix and it's very easy to do, I figured why not do the fuel pump, eliminate that, and then I know for sure that if it's a computer or not. And we're also going to remove this tray. Just pull down, pull out, and then slide it like that. So what we need to do is we need to find the fuel pump relay that's in here. We need to remove that. Here's a photo of the fuse panel. And this right here, number 1, is the relay we need to remove. Now I wouldn't say it's the easiest one to get to, but it's this relay right here in the front. Number 1. Fuel pump relay has been removed. We'll just set that on the dash. Now we need to relieve the fuel pressure from the tank. So we're going to undo the gas cap. So open the door and take off the gas cap. Cool. So now that we have the fuel system turned off, we can actually run the vehicle until it dies. And being that it's not starting, that makes me believe even more that the fuel pump is bad. So if we hooked a fuel pressure gauge up to it right now, we would probably read that it's getting 45 to 50 psi, but once we shut the car off, it would drop immediately. While editing this video, I noticed that I didn't mention something. The reason that I believe it's the fuel pump and the return system, not exactly the return system, but I think what happened is the check valve inside the pump is bad. The check valve is responsible for keeping the fuel pressure at the rail, and without that check valve, the fuel just runs back to the tank. Then every time you need to start it, when you pump, the pump is pumping all that fuel back up to the engine, and it has to do that every time. But with that check valve installed in the pump, it won't gravity return back to the tank. But now that we've done that, we can actually now start removing the fuel pump. I'm actually going to start by moving the seats all the way forward because we need to access the back seats. Alright, so that one's all the way forward. Now I'm going to do the driver's side. And what that's going to do, that's going to give us the best access to these 4 bolts on the bottom of the bench. So next up, we're going to be removing these 4 14mm bolts. There's 2 here and 2 here. Well, isn't that convenient? There's a lot of junk under here. Now that we've got the seats up, we have access to the panel here where the fuel pump lives. So we'll undo these 4 10mm bolts. Alright, now we should have access under this panel. So right here, this plug, we need to undo. There's a clip right there. You're gonna push in and pull up on it. There we go. I just needed a pin. And then we can slide that upwards. There we go. Move that over to the side. Now we have access to the fuel pump. Looks like we have a couple quick releases, but first I'm going to grab some pressurized air, clean that off so we don't have dust and dirt going inside. See all that dust coming off? what looks to be a quick release here and a quick release here. I just need to get a flat screwdriver. And this yellow piece right here, we're just going to push that forward like that, and then we're going to do it one more time to pull it out. Set it like that so we know which way it goes in. Then this piece will come right out. There's a little bit of pressure in there. You know what that's doing? That's bringing all the fuel from the system back into right here. We'll get a rag and clean that up. Or at least as much as we can. That should be fine. Now we're going to move this piece out of the way. Don't lose where it's at. Now this piece has this red thing here. We need to pry that up. And then we should be able to slide this right off. Just like that. Alright. We can move that to the side. So now we need to get this big ring off. Now there's a tool that can do this, but most of the time if you have a flat screwdriver and a hammer, in my case a flat screwdriver and a hammer, you can get this to undo just by hitting it. Now there's little locking tabs on here preventing the cap from coming off, but we got it. Alright, there's the top. And then this is the fuel pump assembly here. I'll move this out of the way. This is the whole fuel pump assembly. You're going to want to gently pull this out because on the bottom there is that, the float. Alright, now time to replace the pump itself. And while you're doing that, grab a piece of paper or a plastic bag or something and just cover this up so nothing gets in there. That way nothing can fall in. The new one comes with a new O-ring, also comes with this new clip. So place the O-ring in there. So there's the old clip, there's the new clip. Alright, so this thing, I got the whole unit with the sending unit, everything. So yeah, this is what I bought. So we need to put this piece in first because you can't get it in just straight like that. So you kind of have to tilt it, put it in like that. Alright, just like that. And it has this little line right here. This is going to line up to the case of the gas tank here. So we put that in, and then we push it down into place, just like that. We'll put this on. It's really simple to do. So we have the new fuel pump in. We need to put this piece on. We need to plug it in, and we have to put this in. So we'll start with this one since it's easy to do. It's right here. Just like that. And then slide that piece down. Now it's not coming off there. Take this little cap that they provided, take it off, put this piece right here. Okay. And then this little rubber piece to cover the pump. Plug it in at the same time. Alright, so it's plugged in. So what we need to do is test it before we put it all back together, because that would be stupid to not do. Now that we have the fuel pump plugged in, we'll take the fuel pump relay, put it back into its little spot inside here. Alright, fuel pump relay is back in. Somewhere down there. And let's start it up. Alright, I primed the system and this thing popped off. Looks like the clip is in there, so I just had to reset this clip right here that goes in the fuel supply line, and we'll try it again. Alright, the car is actually running better than it's ever run before. We're just going to go under here, check for leaks. No leaks that I can see. Alright, cool. So we'll just button this back up and be on our merry way. Alright. Put these bolts back. Now the final step is going to be putting this piece back on. It's the mirror switch and the dim switch. So we'll get this plug, put that in there. This plug that in there. And then push that back into place. Oh, one last thing. The tray for the fuses. There we go. Easy as that. Let's see if she'll start. Perfect. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.